Hi, Carmen.
Andy, you're sort of an outline looming out there. Need a flashlight under your chin.
It's weird. There's plenty of light in this room, so I don't know. It must be the background light through the window, perhaps.
Yeah, I hate that when I go someplace at home and it's a different time of day than when I'm usually there, and then I look all different. You look great. Just kidding.
It's my better side.
Don't change a thing. Yeah.
Phone number 915-5517. Can you tell me who you are really quickly so I can name you on the call?
What now?
I'm not sure if that's our applicant.
Can y'all hear me? This is Doug. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I still can't, got a brand new Lenovo laptop and can't get my camera to work still.
I could help you with that, Doug, if you want.
I might need it, but.
Hey, John, this is Bobby with CDOT. I'm calling in as well because I couldn't get my computer audio to work.
Okay. I'm going to hook you up here.
So that phone call, the phone number, John, is Bobby, it looks like.
All right. I got him set up, so he is linked.
Thanks.
Let's see what.
The applicant just emailed me. I think he might not have known the time, so I just told him. So he should probably be here in a second.
Wow, that doesn't help, does it? You guys know what I look like.
A little bit Phantom of the Opera.
I know. It's really weird. Often it seems to adjust. The computer seems to adjust the light. So I don't know, for some reason it's not this time around.
Can you turn toward your right?
She was gonna say the light would fleck off.
No, toward your right.
The other right?
There you go.
Ta-da!
It's you. Wow.
I'm practically millennial.
That works. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I might move the whole chair here. I'll be right back. Thanks, just that background light doesn't really work with the window.
So I'm assuming it's just still Ann, Drew, and myself as the board members tonight.
I thought Doug was.
I'm here.
We should have an applicant who may be coming in right this second. Somebody just came into the call.
As far as board members, I think you're right. You're right, Chair.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm trying to get another individual to submit his letter for council to review. So hopefully he'll do that in the next couple weeks. So
I have
Very
another
good.
interested party too, somebody who you gave a variance to previously, John Hatch.
okay, yeah.
That's how we reel them in.
I've got him on the agenda for council to appoint him.
You know, this is the most highly powered board for the whole city. So we're,
I just don't know why they're not lining up at the door.
that's what I don't understand.
Is Sandy our applicant? You have a name of Sandy, the person who just logged in. And I just want to make sure we've got your right name on there.
She's muted, so she may not. There she goes.
Sandy, can you hear us?
She says she doesn't have a microphone.
Is that the applicant or? Okay. Sandy, do you have a telephone that you could call us on?
So that she's, I know who she is. She runs Mountain Mini Storage. So I know her very well. So.
John, do you want to try to talk her through with her mic maybe? See if we can get her connected. If not, maybe she can call in by phone.
Sandy, I think that's the best way. If you leave your computer on and call by phone, I can merge your audio. So basically in that invite, there is a phone number you can call, and then you have to enter a meeting ID and a password. So you basically just call the number and then it will guide you through the process like a prompt. Here, I'll put the phone number in the chat.
You're doing fine, Sandy. We'll get you there.
Okay, that's the phone number that you want to call. And then they'll ask you for a meeting ID, which I'm going to put in here as well. Oh, she may be coming in on a different. Sandy, can you hear us now? It says you've got a microphone. Sandy, can you hear us?
I saw a funny cartoon the other day that said Zoom meetings are like modern day seances. A whole lot of, can you hear us? Are you with us? We can hear you. Are you here? It was quite apropos.
Mike,
Yes,
are you on phone, did you say?
yes. I'm at City Hall and the computer audio is not working.
Okay. Are you going to be able to share or present whatever you need to present?
Yes, I'm able to see I'm able to see everyone, and it sounds like you can hear my phone.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
All right, Sandy, I think we have you now. I'm going to send you an unmute prompt.
Are we good?
Whoa!
Sorry about that, guys. I promise I have done a Zoom meeting before, at least once or twice. All right. So I was trying to get Ron on here because he's really the one you want. And he's like, well, I'm driving, so I'm sure you can handle this. And I'm like, really? I had no idea what I was doing here. So we're winging it. So here we are.
All right, Doug, I guess we're ready to go.
All righty, so let's, I move to approve minutes from the December 16th meeting. Do I have a second?
Hold on, Chair Smith, you want to call to order and ask the clerk for a roll call, and then you can get on into your stuff.
Okay, so this is our March 17th, 2021 meeting of the Idaho Springs Variance Board of Adjustments. Could I have a roll call, please?
Doug Smith,
Present.
Ann Zimmerman,
Present.
Drew Van Dorn,
Present.
Okay, so according to my list, do I now approve the minutes from last meeting, or do I move on to the topic for tonight?
Nope, yes, sir. Now you're past roll call, and now you're looking for a motion to approve those December minutes. Yes, sir.
Okay, motion to approve minutes from December 16th, 2021 meeting.
2020.
I'll move to approve the minutes from the December 2020 meeting.
Thank you. Okay.
Looking for a second.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Board Member Zimmerman. Did you get that, Clerk Breeze?
Got it.
Got it right.
Okay. Tonight there's one public hearing.
Hold on, Chair Smith. Just do a real quick vote on that. We could do an all in favor on those minutes.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Drew, did we get you as an aye? I couldn't hear
I think I was muted for a minute.
you. Okay, perfect. All right, I think you got unanimous there, Diane.
Got it.
Okay. All right, Chair. Now you're into it. New business.
All right, so there is one public hearing tonight. This is CDOT RJS storage variance requesting for using rusted metal as a fence material at 200 Whitewater Road. All right.
Yes, sir, Chair Smith, and if you could do me one favor before we throw it to City Planner Davenport, if you could just declare the public hearing to now be open and then throw it to Planner Davenport, then we'll be off to the races.
Okay, so today's date is March 17th, 2021. I request to open the hearing for the item that we discussed.
At
That's great.
5:44.
At 5:44 p.m.
Lovely. All right, Planner Davenport, I think you could take it away.
Okay. This request is related to a replacement fence along East Idaho Springs Road, also called County Road 314 at 200 Whitewater Road. And as was mentioned, the applicant is proposing a material that is not listed in the city's standards and specifications that are referenced by Chapter 21. As was stated, the applicant is requesting the use of rusted metal for the replacement fence. Now, this hearing is a little bit different than what you usually see or have before you, in that this is not the, we're not looking at the variance criteria that are listed in Chapter 1 of the Municipal Code. Instead, what we're looking at is the standards and specifications for design and construction of the city. And they can also be referred to as the public works standards. those standards authorize the variance board to consider fencing alternatives because the standards themselves only mention chain link, but they include a clause that says that the variance board may authorize alternatives to that. Now, in terms of the existing conditions, this is the mountain mini storage property located at 200 Whitewater Road. There is an existing fence along the rear of the property. In this case, Whitewater Road on the north side of the property is the front. County Road 314 is the rear of the property. The surrounding area is primarily zoning. To the south, you've got a steeply sloped forested area, and to the north, you have a number of mostly industrial uses. Now, this project has come about as a result, or this application has come about because the Colorado Department of Transportation is in phase 2 of its County Road 314 project, which involves several things: the widening of the road, the resurfacing of the road, and also locating a trail along the north side of the road, which is adjacent to the mountain mini storage property. As I mentioned, the proposed trail will go into the currently right now, there is a 10-foot setback between the existing fence and the edge of right-of-way or property line. CDOT is acquiring that 10-foot strip in order to be able to have a location for putting a greenway trail through this location. Now, the existing fence that's there, as I mentioned, is set back 10 feet. It's sitting on top of a berm, and it's a seeding fence, which, as is typical for wood being exposed to sun and moisture, it does begin to deteriorate over time. So in this case, the applicant is requesting as an alternative to chain link, which is the only material listed in the standards, to use rusted metal. Rusted metal as a material is something you are increasingly seeing, particularly in mountain communities that have a mining history, in terms of reflecting that historic character. In the set of drawings that you do have, there is a photograph of another location that shows what the fence would look like, what the fence material would look like. Now, in terms of code requirements, as I mentioned, the Land Development Regulations, Section 21-210, doesn't specify materials, but references to the public works standards. And there are basically several clauses that are listed there. As I mentioned, only chain link is allowed. However, other materials may be used. And the alternative materials reviewed according to the overall project and the historical factors. And the variance board and the city administrator have the authority to approve such an alternative fencing, with the variance board making the decision, and the city administrator has the responsibility of carrying the decision out. So in terms of criteria, essentially there's one criteria. The alternative fence will be reviewed and assessed in reference to the overall project and historical factors. As I mentioned, this project is not coming about because it's something the owner is requesting, is not requesting to replace the fence. What's occurring is CDOT needs to widen the road and take down the existing fence. So since the fence needs to be replaced, the applicant is asking to put in a more durable material, which is the rusted metal. In terms of historical factors, as I mentioned, the rusted metal you're beginning to see more often in mountain mining communities. The proposed fencing, it is a more durable material. The cedar fencing over time tends to shrink, and you wind up having spaces between it to where it's less effective as a visual screen of the recreation vehicles and other vehicles that are stored behind that fence. Public notice was provided. We received several comments that are listed there. There also is a letter from Excel Energy that's attached. Based on the finding that the request meets the criteria, staff is recommending approval of the request. And are there any questions I can answer?
If there's no questions, Sandy, did you want to comment on anything? If so, I'll need to swear you in.
I didn't really have any comments unless people had questions for us as the operator.
Diane, do we just go ahead and swear her in, and if there's no questions, then we're done with it?
I don't think there's any reason to swear her in unless she's going to give comment.
Okay. Is there any public comments? If so, like to limit it to 3 minutes, and if you would state your name for the record.
No one signed up, so if there's somebody logged in that wants to speak,
Okay.
speak now or forever hold your peace.
I think we're all holding our peace. Any of the members, Drew, Ann, y'all have any comments?
No, I've seen similar fencing used, and I think it blends nicely into the landscape. So it's it seems like a reasonable request.
All right. Well, if there's no further comments, I move to close the public hearing on March 17th, 2021 at 5:52 p.m.
Very, very good, Chair Smith. Yep.
All right, so I move to motion to approve BB 21-01, a resolution approving an application for the use of rusting metal as the material for replacement fence facing County Road 314 at 200 Whitewater Road.
I'll second that.
And do a roll call?
Ed Smith,
Yes.
Ann Zimmerman,
Yes.
Drew Van Doren.
Yes.
If there is no other business, I think we're done tonight, correct?
I think so, Chair Smith, Planner Davenport, or Administrator Marsh, unless you have any staff comments or advisements you want to give the board before we let them go.
No, there's no further comments from staff.
Okay, so then I move to adjourn the meeting. It's 5:54 p.m. March 17th, 2021.
Night, everyone.
Very
Good
good.
weekend.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you.
Thanks,
board.
guys.
Thank you all.